Hi, I'm Kevin Miller at Solve3D. Today I wanted to talk about a error that you might see when you're running some of the deep learning tools outside of or inside of Engine. This could be on the orthomosaic imagery training, or the training or classification, or the panoramic training or classification, and even in the point cloud training it'll look a little different, but you'll see something. You may see an error about something about CUDA being wrong. What CUDA is uh, a toolkit or an SDK developed by NVIDIA, the people that make our graphics cards in our computers. This CUDA toolkit allows us to access certain tensor cores that are available on your graphics card or your GPU, and without this, Engine can't communicate with the graphics card. And so it's something you have to install separately. It's a free download that you can get from the NVIDIA website. So if you see this error right inside of Engine, you can just go get CUDA, and it will link you to the proper version that we require. We currently at Solved, with Solved Engine, we require the CUDA Toolkit 11.1.0. If you're using other software, you might have a different version installed already. So if that's the case, you may have to install this version, or uninstall that version and install this version instead. So you go down here. If you're on Windows, you can just select Windows and select the architecture and make sure you have version 10. And if you do that, you can get either a local installer or a network installer. It doesn't really matter. They'll both get you to the same result in the end. So it is about a 3 gigabyte download, so it'll take a little bit depending on your internet connection. But you click that and it downloads. So I've already downloaded that, and you see here it'll look like this. You'll have a little exe file, and what we can do is just double click this exe. And you have to extract some information here, so we'll go through this installer really quick. It does take a minute or two to go through this whole process. All right, I'm going to click through this, agree. Just going to do the express. Yeah, I don't have Visual Studio installed, so that's okay. Depending on your graphics card, we'll provide a link to it in the description of this video, but there's a website you can go to check what versions, or if you're worried about your graphics card and will it support this version, there's a website you can go to, and hopefully you can track it down to which extent your graphics card is able to, or which version of CUDA it's able to run on. All right, so we're done. Click next, and we can close that. So now we're done with the CUDA installation. So if we go back to Engine now, back in here, if I try to run, say, my classification again, I can go select my model file, hit submit, and we'll see. Hopefully we don't get that error message anymore. So it's going to take a bit for the graphics card to warm up here. Oh, if we get this error, we may have to reboot our computer, but let's just try rebooting Engine first here. I'll open this project and go to ortho, run 0.9. Submit. Yeah, so that's all it was. I just had to restart Engine after installing CUDA. And you can see now it's got past that step and it's running my model and my image. And we'll just make sure we get some results. There we go. Found all the cars and the paint markings as we defined in our model. Hope that helps. Thank you very much. Bye.